The finish to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix was ridiculous. I cannot believe I'm doing a video like this again, already, just 1 week after I went on a mad one about the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. But here we are, after the title decider, and I'm left with this very sour taste in my mouth. There's been talk about the FIA and how their decisions of late appeared to be trying to create a close championship fight that goes all the way down to the wire. Saudi is a great example of this, proving with telemetry that Max brake-checked Lewis and only giving a 10-second penalty for something that could have easily gone as far as disqualification. But hey, we all just thought, okay, they won a level on points decider, which, if true, is absolutely not on, but we arrived in Abu Dhabi all the same, winner takes all. You would think after the absolute travesty of 1 week ago, the FIA may have shown some sort of transparency with how they're looking to at least improve their communication to teams and also the fans watching. But nope, there was none of that, and we all just went into the last race praying it would be settled on track. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Let's take a look at how the FIA managed to screw up yet again. First up, we have the controversial lap 1 turn 6 incident. Max Verstappen did a pretty big lunge on Lewis Hamilton because he knew they had to get ahead of the Mercedes, who was running on the more durable mediums compared to his softs. Now, as much as I am of the opinion that it didn't warrant any sort of penalty for Lewis, I very much feel that Max left him no room, I'm also an armchair expert and I can absolutely understand the other side of the argument too. It's literally the last race of the season and Hamilton has indeed cut over the track to maintain position over Max, which is a big moment in deciding who would potentially be champion. The safe option, you would think, would be to instigate an investigation to make sure that there was no foul play involved. Alas, they did not. Oh, you'd like another screw up? Oh, go on then. Let's talk about how long it took to deploy the virtual safety car when Giovinazzi retired. Italian Jesus himself unfortunately retired during his last race in Formula 1 and stopped out on track at a high-speed section, and for whatever reason there was a significant portion of time where the drivers were still circulating at quite a speed before eventually deploying the virtual safety car, which was so obviously needed the second Antonio stopped. You may think it's a small oversight, but I hate to see F1 cars stopped in dangerous locations and the FIA not acting quickly enough. Let's now get on to the big talking point, the end of the race. After Nicholas Latifi binned it on lap 53, the safety car was quite rightly deployed as his Williams was in pieces on the circuit. That's all fine. The FIA then announced that lapped cars were not allowed to pass because they thought that was the only way they would get one lap of racing and to not finish this epic season behind the safety car. However, once this decision was made, it was then randomly decided out of nowhere that lapped cars may overtake, but only the 5 cars in between Lewis and Max. Very strange. Not only does this go against what they had just announced, but also gives an unfair advantage to those 5 cars that were allowed to unlap themselves. It's really quite unheard of and clearly an attempt to get the showdown that they so dearly wanted. All in all, we have had an incredible F1 season. The problem is that it's been tainted slightly by certain people within the FIA not really seeming to have a clue what's going on half the time. As I said for the Saudi video, and I'll say again, this cannot go on and needs to be sorted for the 2022 season. There you have it, an insight into how the FIA messed up the F1 finale. Do you agree with what's been said? What's your opinion on the whole ordeal? Let us know in the comment section below.